What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back here with another YouTube video. In today's video we're going to be doing Man of Steel 2013 review. So Man of Steel has its flaws and it's an alright movie. I'm actually rewatching most of the DC universe, extended universe that is. Actually I'm watching all the DC movies now. So yeah, I'm going to be rolling out some reviews and let's talk about these or mainly reviews, but uh, yeah, I'm planning on doing some, but I just want to say this quickly. I will be skipping over the Zack Snyder's Justice League as well as Shazam, just because I've reviewed them like a month ago, a little bit under a month ago, and stuff like that. I've talked about them before on this channel, so I'm gonna be more so talking about ones I haven't talked about it at least for a while. Like I'm gonna be talking about Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, movies like that. But yeah, let's get into this. So Man of Steel, Man of Steel is interesting. Like I don't think it's bad or anything, but I don't know. But yeah, let's just go through this here. All right. So some stuff I liked about the movie. I really liked how it provided a very good origin story for Superman. Like it showed a clear cut origin story, exactly how he became to be Superman. Because that's one thing I really like about this movie as well, is it showcased exactly how Superman became Superman. Like it showed him from a young age to being older. It showed him kind of a push into kind of becoming Superman, kind of, or becoming more heroic, or like helping people with grand his his dad dying. So I thought, or is not, is I honestly forgot his name, but the Kent father, I can't remember what his name is, but it showcased how that kind of pushed him, and stuff like that. So I thought that was really well done. Uh, the next thing is probably the villain. The villain was pretty good. I really liked General Zod. I thought he was a really interesting character, but in all honesty, Mark uh, yeah, I think his name's Mark Shannon or Michael Shannon. I'm not too sure. Uh, yeah, if I search it up here quickly, yeah, Michael Shannon. Sorry about that. Sometimes when he was General Zod, in all honesty, he overacted. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan. Like I was, he. I don't. I'm rarely like over. Actually, it depends. But like in this case, I wasn't a huge fan of Michael Shannon's overacting, because at certain points he was giving it his all and stuff like that. And yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I did like the villain. Uh Another thing would probably be the visual effects. Like personally, I thought the visual effects were on point. I thought it was really good in terms of visual effects. Uh just with the whole like Superman flying and stuff like that, and them Zod and Superman fighting, for example. I thought the visual effects were on point with that. Uh, the next thing was probably the score. Like I really like the Man of Steel score. Like I really enjoyed it. I definitely thought it's a bit underrated, to be honest with you, because I didn't like it as much before, but now I'm liking it a lot. Like now that I'm listening to it a little bit more, I thought Man of Steel had a really good score. I thought it was really enjoyable. Next up would probably be the casting. This cast has some star-studded actors. If we look through here, we got Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, uh, Russell Crowe, Lawrence Fishburne, a whole bunch of different characters, and plus Henry Cavill, which at the time I don't think even think Henry Cavill had many roles under his belt, or any like big star roles. This was before like The Witcher, Mission Impossible, and stuff like that. So at the time, Henry Cavill wasn't too well known. He might have been known, but personally, I didn't know who that was. Uh, but yeah, Henry Cavill, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have picked anyone else to be Superman. In all honesty, I thought he did a really awesome job playing Superman. I wouldn't have picked anyone else. The cast, yeah, again, the casting, Star said he got some big names on there and stuff like that, and they're pretty good acting too. I was a fan of Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. I thought he did a really good job. Same with like Russell Crowe as Jor El, and Amy Adams as Lois Lane. Uh, I have mixed opinions on that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have very mixed opinions on Amy Adams, Lois Lane. I'm not too huge of a fan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't a huge fan of her, but yeah. All right, let's move on to the negatives. Or things I didn't like. The movie felt a little stretched at times. Like there's definitely some unnecessary stuff in there. Uh, yeah, there were certain times where I wasn't definitely felt stretched. Especially with some of these like flashback scenes. Uh, and some of the fight scenes went on for a bit. Like in all honesty, I liked the action in when he was fighting those two Kryptonians. But again, I was like, this is a bit stretched. It's a bit long. So that was just one thing I didn't dislike a little bit. Another thing would probably be the chemistry between Lois Lane and Superman or Clark Kent. It wasn't very good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm didn't really like it because in reality, in like the comics and stuff, for example, Lois Lane and Superman are like close as Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Like they're or kind of similar to that, but again, like they're very close to each other, and they they just screwed it up. To be honest with you guys, uh, yeah, I wasn't. They just the chemistry fell off a bit, and I wasn't really liking. Again, the chemistry wasn't very good. Uh, and especially for what they're making it to be. Like they're making, for example, what we went on to see in like the Snyder Cut and stuff, where they're like Lois Lane's the key and all that. I'm not buying it because because Superman and Lois they don't have good chemistry and it's just making it look kind of bad to be honest with you guys. I'm just not a huge fan. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Amy Adams Lois Lane. In all honesty, I approach things with open minds, but I'm not a huge fan of her as Lois Lane. Like I'm pretty sure that I could see some other actors playing her, but for what it is, she's all right. I mean, like I don't know. I like Amy Adams as an actor and stuff, but I don't know. Her as Lois Lane is just it's just a bit sad to be honest with you. But yeah. Yeah, so that's about it pretty much for my negatives in all honesty. Yeah, again, some overacting. There's a I wasn't some of the acting was cringe to be honest with you guys. I wasn't like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes I was laughing at Henry Cavill because some of his acting was just I don't know. It was just I wasn't a huge fan of some of the acting in it. Like again, Amy Adams did a all right job, but like again, Michael Shannon, he was overacting a bit too much. Henry Cavill at times wasn't acting all right. Like he was having similar problems that like Chris Hemsworth was having in like the first Avengers movie, where his acting wasn't that good. But over time, to be honest with you guys, I've grown to like Henry Cavill's acting a bit more in these Superman, for example. So that's something I enjoy as well. But like in this first Man of Steel, sometimes it was questionable. Uh, but yeah, uh, yeah. Anyways, probably my final rating is going to be I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because it provides a good origin story. That's what this main cause of this movie is, providing an origin story for Superman. But like if this was a second movie, I I don't know. My rating might be lower, but for the time being, I'm gonna put it as 7 out of 10. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.